Hey y'all, it's Tia from Booked and Budgeting Co. and welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having a great week. And by the looks of my setup, you know what time it is. It's time to do my paycheck budget. And y'all, life has been life, and like I have not posted a long form YouTube video in a couple weeks. My first paycheck from July, I did not even post it. I just have been so busy, but I'm trying to get back on track now. So this will be for the paycheck for July 16th through July 29th. And my income comes solely from my paycheck. I am a full-time nurse practitioner, so that's where I get my money from. So we are going to budget $3,800 for my paycheck. And I actually, once I do this, I'm going to have to make some adjustments afterwards because my paycheck is actually more than this. Because I got like a little bit of a raise, but whatever extra, I'm just going to put that towards like an extra debt payment. But for right now, when I fill this out, we're just going to do $3,800. This is what we're going to be working with for this check. Okay, so for bills, my first bill is childcare, which is $400. Second bill, T-Mobile, which is for my cell phone. And this one is typically $132.92. Then we have my iCloud storage, that's $9.99. Then we have my car notes, and my car note is $737.31. Then we have my Hand and Stone membership. That's like a monthly membership that I have in order to get like a facial or massage once a month, and that is $79.95. And then we have a Hulu membership, that is $13. And Apple TV, that is $14.03. So this right here is my bills. So I'm just going to add up these first. So for bills, we have a total of $1,387.20. Next, for debt payment, I have to pay my Discover card, and that payment is $347. And then I have to pay my Venture One Capital One credit card, and that will be $355. So that's it for debt payment. Let's add that up. So debt payment is $702. So when I add up the debt plus the bills, we have a total of $2,089.20. And then we'll take my income, we'll subtract the amount for my debt and bills, which means we have $1,710.80 left to budget. Okay, for my variable expenses, I say time and time again, these really stay the same each check. So we have gas, household, eating out, miscellaneous, and then parking. So for gas, we have $90. Household gets $600. Eating out, $50. Miscellaneous, $75. And then parking will get $26. So let's add all this up. So for variable expenses, the total is $841. So we'll take how much we had remaining before, which was the $1,710.80, and then we'll subtract the variable expenses, and that will leave us with $869.80. So for savings, I didn't break down what I wanted for each category. So we'll just say for savings, this is going to go to savings challenges and sinking funds. And we are going to put $869. So the total for this category will be $869. And you see up here, we had $869.80 left. So subtract that, we will have 80 cents left. And this right here is how you do a zero-based budget. You budget your paycheck basically down to zero, which mine is down to 80 cents, which is fine. But you basically give each dollar a job and budget it completely down until you have nothing left. Okay, so now that we have the actual budget done, we'll set this to the side. And now we just need to figure out our cash envelope breakdown. So this will help us to figure out how much we need to get from the bank. First category is gas. Gas is getting $90. And we are going to get a 50 and 2 20s. Next category is household. For household, that gets 600. So we are going to get 400s, 2 50s, and 5 20s. Next category is eating out. This gets $50, so we are going to get a 20 and 3 10s. So right, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yep. Next category is miscellaneous. That's getting $75. So for miscellaneous, we are going to get 2 20s, 2 10s, 2 5s, and 5 1s. Now let's add this up to make sure it's right. 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75. Okay. And then lastly, for savings, like I said, I usually break it down for each savings challenge or sinking funds that I want to do, but I did not do that this check. So we are just going to get a total of $869 out for savings. So that will be 2 $100 bills, and we'll get 7 $50 bills. For the 20s, we will get 12 $20 bills. For the 10s, we'll get 5. And then for the 5s, we'll get 5. And then for the 1s, we will get $4. So let me just add this up really quick. Okay, so let's just add this up. So we have 90 plus 600, 50, 75, 869. So we should be getting a total out from the bank of $1,684. Now let's get this tallied up. 4 plus 2 equals 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, 22. 7 plus 3 is 10. That's 7. And that's 9. Lastly, we're going to use our cash teller slip. This will tell us the quantity of each denomination that we need to get from the bank. So for the hundreds, we needed to get 6. So that's $600. For the 50s, we need to get 10. That's $500. For the 20s, we need to get 22 of them. That's $440. For the 10s, we need to get 10 of them. That's $100. For the 5s, we need 7. That's $35. And for the 1s, we need 9, which is $9. So now let's add this up, because once I add this up, this total right here should match that number. And yes, we have a match. $1,684. So that's it for this video. Just to recap, we did our paycheck budget breakdown, which is done on a zero-based budget where we budget each dollar down until we get to zero. But in my instance, we got down to 80 cents left. But like I said, we did our budget breakdown. We figured out our cash envelope breakdown to see what we need to put into each envelope. And then we also figured out our cash teller slip, which will help us determine how much we need to get from the bank and in what quantities. So make sure you stay tuned for the next video where we'll be doing our cash counts, and then we'll be doing all of our wallet stuffings, sinking fund stuffings, and savings challenge stuffings. So please make sure you give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.